some of your approach. I mean, sometimes we take a hard bite. It helps us as politicians.
Nowadays, when I listen to you, I even panic.
Why?
Maybe, hey,
Why do you panic?
the way you, Papa, you know Papa.
Figuratively, he bites as hard as he can.
Okay.
And of course, when he puts his fangs into you, you certainly feel it. I think it prickles.
Watch Johnny's bite.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? And yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runneth over, and surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. Assalamu alaikum. It's Friday. Welcome to Johnny's Bite. Juma Mubarak to all our Muslim brothers and sisters. And when you pray, pray for Ghana, pray for all of us. This morning, I want to, as I did earlier, for the Honorable Al-Hassan Suini in the Tamale North constituency, where he gave something to the people in Chogu, right? A nurse's quarters, a chip compound, and then a mechanized borehole. I come down to the south, and the leader of the majority side at MP for Futu Alexander Kwame Apenyomaking, I'm told, and I'm delighted to announce that he is also giving some ICT facility to Methodist AC Basic School, or JHS. And let's have the pictures on. You can see beautiful, beautiful. And we talk about digitalization. The children need to know. I'm happy when I see a lot of young people in public schools, particularly, also getting a feel of what their contemporaries in the private schools and those schools where they are very well privileged also get an opportunity. They get a time to shake hands with the MP. They get words of encouragement from their members of parliament. And if we're all doing something small from our corner, I'm sure that we can all put a smile on the faces of the students and the pupils. So, Alexander Kwame Afenyomaking, MP for Efutu, congratulations to you. He calls it the Efutu dream. And whatever the dream is, I'm sure that this is just a portion of the dream that is pushing out there. Congratulations to him one more time. And I'm sure that the children and the teachers and all those who live in the community around the Methodist AC Basic School, or JHS, will be happy that at least they also can have. Now you can confidently hit your chest and say, with this, when they go and sit for their BEC and have to tackle ICT, they won't have to scurry and flinch, because they will be well equipped to do so. So congratulations, congratulations, and congratulations. Now, this morning, I want to talk about something that I've been talking about: land grabbing, and grabbing. There's a letter from the Sempe stool. Please put it up there for me. Ni Sempe is not happy. Yesterday, I saw a video of Ni Sempe, Ni Adote or Tinto, and the Nai Wulomo, Numo Akwa Mensa III. And they were very, very livid about, and disappointed, to say the least, about the state of affairs in the state. And particularly, they were concerned about the fact that things were being done without their inclusion. And then they were also worried that the authorities in the various political organizations or political situation were not doing things with them. They were not playing game with them. Since that's all the simplest tool is with a red emblem. They were not happy. Particularly, they talked about stalled projects. They talked about the Salaga markets. They talked about the Tuesday markets. They talked about the Sempe school, how it's not looking too good. And you know that sometime last year, I'd spoken to you about the sanitary site at Mamprobi. And I'd asked the question that, well, the AMA is going ahead to issue warnings and to say we will evict you. And then the question you ask is, you will evict the people, but they have been paying monies to you. You will evict the people, but have we had enough consultation with them so that these confrontations will become a thing of the past? Now, Nisempe has written a letter from the Sempe stool, they have written a letter to suggest that They are not happy about the turn of events. Now, this is the tone of the letter, dated the 16th of April, 2024. It's addressed to the Honorable Mayor of Accra Metropolitan Assembly. It says, Dear Madam, AMA issues a 4-week ultimatum to squatters to vacate land at Mamprobi for a new store project. I bring you greetings from the Simpe Manchewe. The attention of the Simpe stool has been drawn to a news story with the above caption on myrepubliconline.com on the social media handle as of Friday, 11th April 2024, allegedly emanating from your outfit. And in this letter, he also talks about the fact that they, the allodial owners, who gave the land out to the assembly and to the state for use as a sanitary site, have not been told in any way that the use of the land is going to be changed from a sanitary site into something else. And there had been one instance already at Mamprobi, and this was what I was talking about. Now, Nisempe is invoking Honorable Stanley Ajiri Blankson to get into things, to say, Honorable Stanley Ajiri Blankson has also been a mayor of Accra, a metropolitan chief executive, so he should step into the situation. Why must he get there? Why must we get to this point where traditional authority and traditional boundaries are no longer literally regarded, and political boundaries are the ones that we are paying attention to? Why? Why must it be so? Why? That lands that belong to stools and families are given to the state for a specific purpose. And then those lands are now being given to private contractors in the name of development. Everybody likes development, but do the things in the right way. Do the things in the right way. I will say it for the umpteenth time. I've shown you Golden Key properties, and I've showed you airport towers coming soon, and I've showed you 2 military installations which I know, which are now in the hands of private people, Golden Key. And who is behind Golden Key? Is it from the presidency? Is it from a powerful person at the presidency who is leading the charge to take state property and convert it into private property? And what does the CDS have to say about it? Nisempe is speaking about his. Where is the Lamanche? Where is the Osumanche? Where are all the other chiefs? Because your lands are being taken. He says, look at paragraph 2. The Sempe paramount to being the allodial owners of the Mamprobi Sempe lands ought to have been involved in the decision of the assembly on the said land usage. This was in April when they wrote. The assembly is still going ahead adamant, disrespectfully, to continue with what they say they want to do. To continue with what they say they want to do. Take me to Nima. Same situation happening in Nima. Take me to Nima. There is a committee for the defense of the revolution. That's what is CDR. CDR, Committee for the Defense of the Revolution. They have a place at Nima. It's a Nima Social Center, built by the Nima area CDRs, commissioned by the First Lady, Her Excellency Nana Konadu Agyemang Rawlings on the 21st of January 1994. On the 21st of January 1994. This was put up there. Now the question you want to ask is, what is happening to this one? Put out the letter for me, please, 6. There's a back and forth, and I'll play an audio for you. An audio where partisanship is the one taking center stage. This is 7th of February 2024. It is to all occupants of the CDR building at Nima. Another eviction notice like the AMA wrote to the people at Mamprobi Sempe. It says eviction notice. Put it up there. CDR occupants, Nima. Take notice that you are hereby required on or before the 20th day of February 2024 to submit a statement in writing under your hand or the hand of some person duly authorized by you that purpose and served upon the municipal chief executive to show cause why you should not be evicted by the Ayawaso East Municipal Assembly for occupying CDR building at Nima at your structure, which was constructed or sited or executed on a statement in contravention of Section 91 of the Local Government Act 2016 and 936, should not be removed by the Ayawaso East Municipal Assembly to make way for the construction of modern shops and car park for Nima Business Center to ease the threats of traffic on Nima Highway on the aforementioned parcel of land. This action is in consonance with Section 94, 95 of the Local Government Act 2016 and 936, and in pursuant to an earlier engagement of which sought to notify you to search for another place for relocation. Dated the 7th of February 2024, Ahmed Rufai Ibrahim, PhD, Municipal Coordinating Director for Municipal Chief Executive. Note that in both instances, in the Mamprobi instance and in the instance of the CDR building at Nima, it is the MCDs who are asked to write. There's another letter, please. They were invited to a stakeholder meeting. And you see, I like the way that the assembly is quoting the law. Which part of Act 936, the law, actually tells the assembly to take an old woman called tennis container and use it for their private and whatever personal use, and not release the container to her when she actually needs it. Is it lawful? There's another one, please. Put it up there. There's another release from the assembly. The same Nima on the same Nima matter. Yesterday, they went for a meeting. And in the meeting, they asked a question, I'm told, of the MCE. That, madam, this land that we have here is supposed to be for our collective use and our collective interest as a community. And I'll play an audio for you where the, presiding member of the assembly speaks and suggests that the NDC people on the assembly must not know that this new contractor that they have, and they have been trying to get somebody to develop the area, this new contractor that they have actually gone into an agreement with him, secret agreement with him, that they are going to have an MPP office in the development that they say will ease traffic on the highway. The covert motive is that they're going to have an NPP office. So now, if an MPP office is constructed there, when NDC comes to power, would they also come and say, give us an NDC office within the space? And this is how partisanship has sunk so low. And this would not have happened if Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo had kept his simple promise, very simple promise of saying that, look, I want you to elect your MMDCEs. He said, I want you to elect your MMDCEs. We said, no. Let's read the letter. This is an invitation to a town hall meeting. The Ayawaso East Municipal Assembly wishes to invite you and your representative to a town hall meeting to discuss and inform relevant stakeholders on the implementation of the following projects. Garage project, Agenda 111, police fire station, proposed 4-story facility for mixed unit at Nima CDR, shops and warehouse. That is what it is. And then proposed 3-story shops and residential apartment at Nima near Ashaman Station. This is it. Now the people say, we want a school. Note that those in copy includes the Osu traditional representative. That land belongs to the Osu stool. Has the Osu stool also been told that we gave you a land for the construction of a community center? Now we want to change it into a shopping arcade and to construct a party office. Has the assembly gone respectfully to tell the Osu stool people that this is what we want to use the land for? We have changed our mind. And what has the Osu stool said? That is what I'm talking about. Traditional authority cannot be rubbished in the face of political authority. It is not proper. Political authority came to meet traditional authority. Look, this is fine, the audio. Play it from the middle someplace. Just play it from the middle. Maybe 4-5 minutes then, because the earlier part was just explaining what I've explained. 4-5 minutes then. Just play the audio at will. Play it.
You should approve. Party no way about vote against you as assembly. Because fine, no problem. And assembly law no 1/6, 1/3. 1/3 of the members can form a quorum, which is 6, more 18. More than more 7, more 18. So we can still form our quorum and do our thing without you. So the record will be clear that NDC was not part of it. So they are trying to stop us from doing it. But way raising those money, it doesn't make sense to us because we're going to party worrying about. That's about assembly. It's those who the most I've been getting in a call meeting, not call meeting. I use a letter to call a meeting. I use a letter. I write a letter to call a meeting. If I want to cancel the meeting, I go through the same process to issue a letter to cancel a meeting. Or we call the meeting, we go to the meeting process, then we adjourn the meeting officially, then it is cancelled. The meeting still stands. Don't go just go uchi. Shemo organize pass. Book approve for the city to be built. That is my problem with the NDC. Any problem not working the NDC. And I don't care. I'm doing it for my party, so I don't care about that. But now two issues, so in some vote, me. Why? That's the issue. I don't have a big deal about it. Don't move the book I will. But let's come back to the CDR. CDR, when you are not GG platform, what I need to work on platform again. I'm not going to when you ask them, what is the party going to get from this organization? The interest of the party is very important. And I saw it and I was very happy. Because the interest of the party was to supersede all our interests. And when I'm magana, in a chicken, I've been this and so you want to audio. Come back a buyer, the contractor. My party members, we cannot be, we are not stupid. Come on, we invest such a money into chicken community, Gina. It doesn't make sense. So most of interaction the Baba no get feel the she. She's gonna come fine. Our major problem now is our party office. Why would the money? In the book, in every 4 years, we have to suffer and go and find 60,000 to come and pay before we some office. He said, I'm going to play the in the researching the place in now. I consider myself on a party office much. She won't benefit from she. Magana get a so income platform because it's between party and every. I'm going to get the fear. Understand a bit the case or Namaganachi. It's so clear. So after the party interest is number one. We are going to get an office there. The office complex, the MPP in the neighborhood social center is part of the project. So the toilet in the Kebayan is going to be built. It's going to be built, managed, and the MPP will get the percentage every month. That is number two. That is our interest. You understand? So I just want to do this audio and clear the air. I'm going to meet. We need to sit down and understand each other. That's the reason why Nachi Machama. I want to organize a meeting between the chairman and the contractor. That is my young man. Come on, baby. So on to that make a man of Kumashi next week. So the any issue in the Canaan, the executive does conflict. They cannot.
So that's the presiding member who is supposed to be the unifier. He is stuck in partisan politics. He is stuck in partisan interest. And he is stuck in partisan callous. Even at the local level where we are supposed to unite for a common cause, he's thinking about party office, party interest, to the extent that even when a public toilet is built, the party will get a percentage of the public toilet. This is the kind of leadership and the kind of nation that we have unfortunately reduced ourselves to. Local governance is not supposed to have politics, stinking politics, hard stance politics like this in our local governance. But unfortunately, this is evidence that I've showed you that we have reduced ourselves to. So if an NDC government comes, they too will say, well, they have their office there. We also want an office there. And then it will be pull and push. Like he said with the public toilets. A new government comes to power, they all rush to say, give us this public toilets up. Then I don't understand. What kind of a people are we becoming? And every piece of land we see now in the name of developers. But I say, are there no guns? This belongs to the Osus too. The one there in Maprobi belongs to the Sempes too. And many others, whatever it is. Are there no guns among them who also have money, who could also be these developers? Go behind and find who these developers are and check their lineage and check where they come from. And check their party affiliation. And Nima Kename Kecheme, they are sitting down literally and watching. They are becoming helpless as Numo Akwamensa the third said, Chigame awo kamflamus when we are all watching. Maba ogbe fa here ni mofia ma seleni, mofia ma adomo heni he bajole. That will be confusion. What are we doing? That every piece of land that belongs to the state, every piece of land that has been given by traditional authority to the state for a certain use, a specific use, must now be in the hand of a private person. For what reason? When did we become this greedy? When did we become this greedy? And we're talking about traffic decongestion. When you build a shopping arcade there, do you know the traffic you're inviting? The people say they want a school, a secondary school, a secondary technical school, that there are people in Nima can also be what do you call it, be educated. Now, play Dr. Baumia's video for me, please.
There are high 1,000 special needs teachers. Na abua nipa omo special needs no ewo Ghana. Also, persons with disabilities will get free tertiary education under my government. They will all get free tertiary education. Yeah, be changing your import duty regime. Your import duty regime no say we are moving to a flat tax regime. So the Nima bar, you know exactly the tax you are going to pay. 40-foot container, you know. 20-foot container, you know.
So that was Dr. Baumia promising again. It was this government who said that, oh, all the toll booth jobs will be for persons living with disability. As we speak, they are still at home. They have not been reassigned. And the last time I checked, when they went to collect their money at the ministry, the security men there, they beat them up. Persons living with disability. Dr. Baumia is part of the government that is now, he is promising as flag bearer that, oh yes, when I come, we will hire special teachers, 1,000 of them. 3 weeks ago, I showed you how the special education assessment unit at Achimota, how it looked like. The people who will assess the teachers and the students and say, you are qualified to teach, and say, this child needs special education. I showed you how the place looked like at Achimota. Doc does not know. Doc is promising that we will hire 1,000 special. That's fine. I'm happy that both the NDC and the MPP are now talking about special needs and they are talking about persons living with disability. I'm happy about it. But there are people who are saying that, oh, in the 2020 NDC manifesto, these things were mentioned. So why is Doc repeating them? It's good that they repeat. The only problem is that people will doubt you because the things that you promised earlier, you have not been able to achieve. And guess what? All the 29 special schools in this country, Dr. Baumia, if you didn't know, I'm telling you, all the 29 special schools in this country are owed feeding grants. For the last quarter, the last term in 2022-2023, and for the whole of the 2023-2024 academic year, and for this term, 2024. All the special schools, 29 of them, they are owed feeding grant, not school fees. Now, don't the children have to be present and fed and taken care of before a teacher can actually instruct them? Because nutrition and education, they go hand in glove. How do you owe children feeding fee or feeding grants? You owe schools feeding grants. What do you call it? The suppliers are now fighting the schools. They have refused to give them food to eat. And all you think about is another lofty promise. Doc, don't you know what is happening in your own backyard? And the people in the special schools, those who are blind, visually impaired, those who are deaf, they can't hear, those who are, dumb, they can't hear, those who can't walk, all of them, you have been starving them for more than a year now. So when you come and you say you are going to get them new teachers, when the teachers come, will they be teaching the hungry people just like that? It's a question. Will they be teaching the hungry people just like that, or what? Maybe you need to come with further and better particulars, Doc. Because at this particular time, if a man is hungry, nothing you say will make sense to them. Nothing you say will make sense to them. The first law of nature is survival. So if I am in a special school and for more than a year, you have not given me food to eat, and I still struggle to eat, and you tell me that you are bringing me 1,000 teachers. Should I bring brass band and play music for you, or should I get angry at you? Think about it. Have a good morning. Please call me 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154.